Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us tonight. Our top story, a 5-alarm fire at a tire warehouse in Manatee County.
Thick smoke could be seen for miles from the fire at Callahan Tires on 12th Street Court East in Bradenton. The fire led to evacuations and 3 people were injured, including 2 firefighters. ABC 7's Rick Adams is joining us now live from the scene with what firefighters are working on now. Rick.
Yeah, Haley and Scott, this was really a huge fire. Firefighters finally got this thing under control after hours of being out here. And it all started around noon here at Callahan Tires, where shooting flames and lots of thick black smoke could be seen. Fire officials say 1 person working around the warehouse area and 2 firefighters suffered non-life-threatening injuries. More than 100 firefighters battled this fire, and homes, businesses, and a preschool nearby had to be evacuated.
The property itself has, as you can see, tires all around it, which once a tire catches, it's like dry brush. And then that fire, the thermal column was actually carrying the fire over to the west and started a multitude of brush fires in a subdivision.
And investigators will be on scene here this evening to try to figure out exactly how this fire got started. Reporting live from Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you. We'll continue to follow this story. And remember, you can get instant alerts on breaking news, including traffic accidents across the Suncoast, by downloading our My Suncoast app. You'll get important news updates, weather forecasts, traffic updates, all delivered straight to your phone in the palm of your hand.
And now for a check on our forecast. We know that we hit a record yesterday. We got to get a check on today, Bob.
Well, it's not in officially, but it looks like it could be 96 degrees over the past several hours right now. A strong easterly wind did not allow the sea breeze to really kick in until just about a half hour ago. There are some showers trying to develop along that sea breeze, kind of a battle with that easterly wind right now. Still out of the east-southeast at 18. And now it's 97, so just an hour ago it was 96, and that wind continues out of the east-southeast. It may even get a little warmer, so 97 degrees right now. The pressure 29.95 inches, and the dew point is at 64. But that humidity, relative humidity at 34%. That's a high fire danger. Whenever you get into 30 to 35 percentile range there, it causes all sorts of headaches for firefighters if fires are going to break out. There are a few showers breaking out right now, right along the coast for the most part. You can see some of that rain fall off in the distance there. And as far as the radar picture goes, there are some showers scattered about. We'll talk more about that and show you that in just a few minutes. But 97 right now. More in our forecast in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. The trial for Andres Avalos, the man charged with murdering 3 people in 2014, continues today with testimony from 4 more witnesses.
Today's theme, whether science can support the insanity claim brought forth by defense attorneys. ABC 7's Adam Cellini is joining us from live outside the Manatee County Courthouse with more on today's proceedings. Adam.
Yeah, Scott and Haley, all about that insanity plea today. 3 doctors brought forth by that defense counsel trying to prove that their client is or was suffering from some sort of psychological disorder. A radiologist, a psychologist, and a neurologist all on the stand Thursday for the trial of Andre Avalos. His attorneys using these experts equipped with years of experience and the results of a PET scan to illustrate why their client has what doctors called an abnormal brain.
I would not be comfortable saying what the clinical result would be other than not good.
State attorneys questioning whether these pictures could be used to diagnose a mental disorder like Avalos' attorneys might hope.
You would never make a diagnosis of a specific condition based solely on a PET scan.
Oh, no, never.
Avalos' uncle, Lieutenant Joel Perez with the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, returning to the stand to describe his nephew's paranoia about his wife Amber's infidelities.
He mentioned Amber, and he said, you guys think that she's an angel, but she's not.
And finally, psychologist Valerie McLean, who met with Avalos and reviewed his medical history, saying he suffers from delusional disorder, which drove him to believe his paranoia as reality and murder 3 people.
He maintained that that was the case, his belief that here's his enemy, she's not respecting him. He's feeling like she's not afraid of him, he's not being taken seriously, and basically I think he snapped and lost it.
In the end, Avalos telling Judge Diana Moreland he was waiving his right to testify out of respect for the families involved. Now, attorneys were instructed to return at 8:15 tomorrow morning. They will have 1 hour and 15 minutes each for their closing statements, and then hopefully this case is turned over to the jury around noon. But that jury was instructed by the judge today to pack an overnight bag, so very little indication how long it's going to take them to reach their final verdict. For now, live in Bradenton, Adam Cellini, Scott and Haley, back to you.
All right, Adam, thank you so much. After less than a year on the job, the president of Sanka, the organization that operates Nathan Benderson Park, will be stepping down. Bob Sullivan has been in charge for the past 9 months after replacing Paul Blackketter, who resigned in April of last year. Now, Sullivan submitting his letter of resignation to the Sanka Board of Directors, saying it's just time to retire. Sullivan says he will stay on board through the World Rowing Championships and into December. He says the reason for making the decision now is to give the board time to find someone to take the organization in the right direction.
This gives them the time. We could sit down, go through the board, and find out what we're going to be looking for in the new director, and really make sure that we're getting the right person, that we have the right qualifications and the right solicitation.
Sullivan says he would be available until February, if needed, of next year, just to make sure Sanka goes through a seamless transition in leadership.
A Cooper City woman miraculously survives after hitting an alligator on I-75 in Sarasota County. State troopers say Jennifer Rosinski was driving on I-75 near Northport Tuesday night when she hit a 9-foot-long gator. She lost control of her SUV after that and flipped multiple times. She somehow escaped with just bruises and a cut under her right eye, but the gator was not so lucky. We do want to remind you of a major change at a busy intersection on the Suncoast. State transportation officials will implement the new diverging diamond traffic pattern at University Parkway and I-75 this Sunday morning. Crews will make the final lane shifts overnight on Saturday, and then on Sunday, drivers will use the diverging diamond pattern, which will shift both directions of University Parkway traffic to the opposite sides of the road for a short section. This will be the first diverging diamond in the state of Florida.
Hard to believe, but hurricane season now just 2 weeks away. The good news, the Florida Fund that helps private insurers pay out claims after a hurricane is in very strong shape. Estimates by financial firm Raymond James show the Florida Hurricane Catastrophe Fund will have more than $17 billion available this year. This is the second year in a row that fund has more money than it would need to pay out if storms slam the state. The financial health of the fund is important because the state can impose a surcharge on most insurance policies to replenish it if that money runs out.
And ABC 7 business commentator Richard Stern is joining us now to tell us what a difference a day makes. Richard.
Haley, you're absolutely right. I'm reminded of the book Chicken Little, The Sky is Falling. Well, that was yesterday. The sky was definitely not falling today, although we have seen lots of volatility, which we hadn't seen prior to yesterday. A 206-point swing. The high of the day was plus 153. The low of the day minus 53. But we did finish very much in plus territory. So certainly a lot of nervous investors overnight, but at least today we put a big Band-Aid, if not a styptic pencil, on the bleeding from yesterday. Let's take a look at the figures. There you see the Dow did finish with a gain of 56 points, more than 1/4%, closing at 20,663.02. That on volume of 701 million shares. For the day, the NASDAQ was the big loser yesterday, up 0.75% today, up almost 44 points at 6,055.13. That on volume of 1,661 million shares. And then we have the S&P up almost 0.4%, not quite 9 points at 2,365.72. Well, it seems like almost day after day I talk about retailers and how poorly they're doing. Well, the largest retailer, Walmart, is doing just fine, thank you. The company today announced earnings that were ahead of Wall Street expectations. Same-store sales were up by 1.4%, and the company very proudly announced that they have now had 11 consecutive quarters of increased sales. That despite all the success, of course, of Amazon.com. The biggest announcement, and maybe the biggest surprise, is a 63% increase in their e-commerce business. That translates to Walmart.com. 63% increase. So it looks like while Amazon is the leader, they've got somebody chasing after them, and that's a very big somebody, that's for sure.
Well, Walmart doing okay, but some problems, though, for Ann Taylor, one of those retailers we talk about almost daily.
Some very major problems, unfortunately. The stock today fell by more than 26% in one day after announcing just very poor earnings. Ann Taylor is Ann Taylor Loft. It's also Lane Bryant and a few others. But no matter how you slice it, down 26% in one day is very tough.
Wow.
That's huge. All right, Richard, thank you so much for the update.
You're very welcome.
Still to come on your Suncoast News tonight, the sudden death of the man who built the Fox News channel into a political powerhouse, how the network is responding to the passing of Roger Ailes.
And ABC 7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your full weather forecast, plus the healthiest and fittest cities in the country. How many in Florida made those lists? That's coming up in Health Smart.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Come on in, welcome to our pad. Trust me, folks, you're in for a ride. I'm driving, so relax. Unwind, leave your buckets all behind. Get ready to blow your mind. In Beatsville, don't be shy. Come and make the scene. Catch the crazy party inside. The hipsters here are gone and dig, man, they're on to something big. Yeah, they're gonna flip your wig in Beatsville. Catch the gig in Beatsville.
Today, the air is perfect. Inside. Expect more from your cooling and heating. Daikin.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small.
I mean, really moves me.
One.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
President Trump is lashing out at the announcement that a special counsel will take over the investigation into Russian election meddling and possible collusion with his campaign.
The president's newly appointed Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein made the call, putting former FBI Director Robert Mueller in charge of this probe. ABC's Maggie Rulli is in Washington with the latest.
There's been bipartisan praise for the appointment of a special counsel, with one notable exception. President Trump tweeting it's the single greatest witch hunt of a politician in American history. Defending his White House in the face of that major announcement from the Department of Justice, the appointment of former FBI Director Robert Mueller to take over the investigation into Russian election meddling and possible collusion with the Trump campaign. But over on Capitol Hill,
if the president has nothing to hide, then he and the Republicans in Congress should welcome independent investigations to remove all doubt of a cover-up.
Early and consistent praise for the decision coming from both sides of the aisle.
This is an investigation involving Russia, involving another country interfering with our elections, And so the Intelligence Committee, in my opinion, is the best place for that.
Even those against a special counsel are still liking the choice.
I don't think appointing a special counsel was necessary, but if one was going to be appointed, I think Bob Mueller is an excellent choice.
And the man who picked Mueller, Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, briefing senators behind closed doors today on his decision to appoint the special counsel and his role in the firing of former FBI Director James Comey.
It was a counterintelligence investigation before now. It seems to me now to be considered a criminal investigation.
During a lunch today with network anchors, President Trump said the special counsel, quote, hurts our country terribly, calling the entire investigation just a pure excuse by Democrats having lost the election. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Washington.
The former chairman of Fox News, Roger Ailes, has died. Ailes' wife confirmed the death this morning, issuing a statement saying her husband died surrounded by family. Ailes was 77 years old. The man behind the rise of Fox News found himself in the news last year with his life and sexual harassment allegations growing louder after former Fox News anchor Gretchen Carlson accused Ailes of unwanted sexual advances. Ailes was then forced to resign the top post at Fox last summer.
Roger invented Fox News and for 20 years has been Fox News.
According to a police report, Ailes fell last night at his home in Palm Beach. He hit his head, causing some serious bleeding. The head of Fox the head of Fox, Rupert Murdoch, also commented today on Ailes' death. In a statement, he called him a great patriot, a brilliant broadcaster, saying he played a huge role in shaping America's media over the last 30 years.
More storms hit the Midwest today. Officials say a tornado touched down in a rural area of southwestern Oklahoma just a few hours ago near the town of Duke. That's about 130 miles southwest of Oklahoma City. No injuries or damages have been reported yet. Storms have been battering the central part of the U.S. all week long, with deaths reported in Oklahoma, Wisconsin, and in Iowa. All week long? Storms for them, and then just record heat for us here on the Suncoast.
Wow.
This is the time of transition up there in the central United States. That is known as Tornado Alley. They have tornadoes there all the time, and we have more to show you. Here's a look at what's going on there currently. A big area of heavy thunderstorms blowing up now in Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. There are numerous weather watches and warnings out for that area. And you can see that those are tornado watch boxes in effect from Texas through Oklahoma and all the way up to Kansas City. As far as the warnings go, well, there they are. The areas in red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate tornado warnings now just west of Oklahoma City. So this is where the weather is blowing up this afternoon, and there are numerous tornado chasers throughout Oklahoma and just to the west of Oklahoma City. You can see one on the ground right there. We've had some damage associated with it. Also a confirmed tornado in southwestern portions of Oklahoma City here just throughout the last couple of hours. For us, it's the heat that is causing all the records as far as that goes. We had 3 consecutive days now where temperatures have been in the mid to upper 90s across the region with a strong easterly wind. We are seeing that again today. We have a few brief showers around. They'll be moving pretty quickly off into the Gulf as they develop and move off toward the west. A little bit more moisture will be in place tomorrow, so expect to see a little bit more thunderstorm activity flaring up here along the west coast of Florida throughout the afternoon and evening. You can see that activity now in Longboat Key, right there at Longboat Pass, up near, again, Beer Can Island, and moving off toward the west-northwest near Cortez. Some showers developing, pushing off pretty quickly. As I said, they'll be around just briefly and then move on off into the Gulf of Mexico. There'll be others popping up here and there. There's another one right there near Osprey. Well, currently at the airport, it's 97. That's the warmest temperature thus far today. Dew point is at 64. The barometer, 2995 inches. And winds are out of the east-southeast, fairly brisk at 18 miles an hour. Those winds will stay out of the east throughout the evening and the overnight. Eventually, we'll get a little bit of a better chance to see a sea breeze develop tomorrow. And with that sea breeze, you see the winds turn around 4 or 5 o'clock. There'll be better opportunity for showers and storms to break out in more of a concentrated effort here. With more moisture in play and temperatures still in the low 90s, we will see those showers and storms be a little bit more prevalent tomorrow throughout the afternoon and evening. Again, temperatures are expected to climb despite the increase in clouds in the low 90s with a better chance for showers and storms. That's a direct result of moisture coming in from the Bahamas, working its way in through Florida throughout the day tomorrow. And with that moisture in place and just enough heat in the day, we'll see showers and storms blow up again on Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. Another chance and round of some showers and storms firing up. And this cold front will eventually change our pattern a little bit as we move into the early part of next week. It's 95 in Boston. It's hot everywhere along the East Coast. 87 in Washington now, 91 in St. Louis. Behind that, look at the temperatures really drop. 39 in Denver. They're getting snowfall into Colorado, Idaho, as well as into Montana. Some pretty heavy snow occurring there as a result of a storm system. For boaters, again, through the evening, winds will be out of the east, southeast down around 10 to 15 knots. Tides on your screen upcoming. As far as the forecast goes tonight, partly cloudy, isolated storms. It will be warm, 71 for a low temperature, which is above average, and the extended forecast is calling for temperatures to stay above average on Friday. Saturday, a 40% chance for storms comes tomorrow afternoon and evening, 50 on Saturday, and then just a 20% chance Monday through Tuesday of next week. So we're into this pattern of heat and then afternoon storms starting a little bit early. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, thank you. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. Right now there's a crash in Port Charlotte. It's on I-75, but right now it doesn't appear to be affecting traffic too much at this point, although we do see a little bit of red and yellow on the map through that area. Elsewhere, a pipe break is creating a bit of a mess in Nokomis. A water pipe broke near the intersection of Laurel and Elby Farm Roads earlier this afternoon, causing the sidewalk there to collapse. The right westbound lane of Laurel Road is closed so crews can make some repairs. Florida Power and Light also had to shut down power in that area for at least 8 hours, so drivers are asked to treat that intersection like a three-way stop. Haley?
Thank you, Scott. In health news tonight, as Southwest Florida City has taken the #1 spot where people eat the healthiest in the United States. A Gallup survey asked more than 350,000 Americans across 189 communities if they eat healthy. The Naples, Florida area ranked #1, followed by Barnstabletown, Massachusetts, and Santa Cruz, California. No other Florida cities made the top 10 list. The cities where people eat the least healthy are Lubbock, Texas, Memphis, and Cincinnati. The study's lead author says that eating healthy tends to correlate with other behaviors like exercise and even professional achievement. And when it comes to fittest areas, Minneapolis-St. Paul tops the list. That's according to the annual American Fitness Index from the American College of Sports Medicine and the Anthem Foundation. It ranked Washington, D.C. and San Francisco as #2 and #3 fittest. At the bottom of the list were Louisville, Kentucky, Oklahoma City, and Indianapolis. The report examined a variety of health indicators, including rates of asthma, diabetes, heart disease, obesity, smoking, also the availability of farmers markets, and investment in public parks and playgrounds. Coming up, chaos in the heart of New York City. A car goes out of control, hitting multiple pedestrians in Times Square. What investigators know about this so far. Plus, an unwanted visitor near an elementary school, how a bear disrupted classes. That's straight ahead.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wannabe Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
Drive into Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota and discover big savings during the Drive and Discover event. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Cherokee for just $18,999. And for a limited time, get America's best value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, A smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
It does things that seem impossible. Feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Now to a developing story in New York City. One person is dead, 19 others injured after a car plowed into a crowd of pedestrians right in Times Square. The car drove through the popular tourist area around lunchtime. Police say the driver is in custody and being tested for alcohol. The man reportedly has a history of drunk driving. An NYPD official says the incident is being investigated as an accident and not terrorism based on preliminary information.
Soon the car hit the corner, I got friends standing there selling tickets. So I see the guy with the red shirt, old man, got hit by the car. So I have to go and pick up the car because the car catch fire.
The White House says President Donald Trump has been made aware of the accident, that he will continue to receive updates as that situation unfolds.
Some families got into a rumble over seats right in the middle of a high school graduation in Tennessee. A relative who was trying to get video of her sister captured this brawl from the balcony. The punching, hair-pulling, profanity went on for nearly a minute inside of a church in or near Memphis. You can see all of the graduates are filing in the aisles as this fight is going on. The school and security quickly removed the adults who were fighting. A little too close for comfort, a bear was spotted in a tree about a block away from an elementary school in Renton, Washington yesterday. Officials with the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife were called in. The bear was not on school grounds, but it was close enough that students were kept inside as a precaution. After more than 11 hours, the furry guy did come down, but immediately climbed up another tree. He was a little lost, I think. He was probably scared himself, honestly. Didn't know where he was, and oh, geez.
I'll just hang out in a tree.
Yeah, I guess so. Still to come on your Suncoast News, new details on an accident in Sarasota involving 2 high school students.
One teenager was killed, another is in the hospital. What family and friends have to say about the victims and the night of the accident.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is rated the safest and most dependable automotive brand, and all Subaru models with eyesight are a 2017 IIHS Top Safety Pick. Right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester, for just $209 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Today, the air is perfect. Inside. Expect more from your cooling and heating. Daikin.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? What
Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.